Good morning from Bilbao, northern Spain. It's our third day on our cruise and we woke up in Spain.
We have actually been to the north of Spain before. We've been to an area called Asturias and we loved it. The scenery, the food, the people, the cider as well. It really is an amazing place. What's not so amazing is you can see how much we've rugged up.
It's cold.
It's not a great day. Looking out over here, we've got these enormous cliffs and everything, but it's very misty. It's supposed to be raining today, but it might come right. But either way, we've booked an excursion.
I was going to say, the plan for today is a shore excursion. So basically, if you're on a cruise and you want to get out and about, you have the option to either go and explore on your own, or you can go on a tour, which is what we're doing today. So we are going to be visiting the old town of Bilbao.
Yeah.
There's an amazing viewpoint that looks incredible.
Apparently something we have to see, and if you're a Game of Thrones fan, a little bit of an extra, but apparently you don't need to be to appreciate how stunning this is. And then
Spanish
food.
All of the food.
We love the food, but we got to go down, get off the ship, jump on our bus, and hope that we can avoid this rain. We're driving for about 45 minutes. The rain has managed to stay away. It's definitely still a little bit overcast, but we're lucky because the main site that we've come to see, we're in an area called Gaztelugatxe. I'm saying that really poorly, but we'll put it on the screen. Down here is a famous site from Game of Thrones, but we're not massive Game of Thrones fans. Either way, you can just see it is absolutely beautiful. This winding sort of bridge and steps leading up to what was used as something called Dragonstone in Game of Thrones, but that was all CGI. Instead, there's a church there, which always has been. So we're just at like a lookout point at the moment. We're going to try and walk down. There's a whole bunch of steps, and we're going to try and figure out how many there are, because apparently it's a bit of a walk, and try and get up as close as we can to it anyway. I think I said the area is called Gaztelugatxe, but it's actually, now that I think about it after walking away, it's not. That translates into Castle Rock, which is what this whole situation is called. It's what the site is called. So, quick correction. Now walking past, we've seen from the viewpoint, now we're just going past a couple of restaurants and stuff. The goal is to try and get down through these little windy stairs. It's a kilometre down there, heading in this direction, but according to this, just a casual kilometre down there. You good?
Yeah, not what I... maybe a bit further than I was expecting. Should have put my hiking shoes on.
Oh, we totally should have.
Oh, there's her.
What's that?
I'm so embarrassed.
We're just saying, this is so incredibly steep what we're walking down here. I think I expected that was going to be, well, this isn't even part of the stairs. This 1 kilometre is not part of the amount of stairs. 241?
Yeah.
I think it's 241 stairs, and then there's a bridge that's going to connect us up and over. But the landscapes that we've got, the view that we've got out across this little island out here, it's just like, it's a spectacular spot to be walking down, and the fact that it's like misty almost makes it a little bit more impressive, because you really start to see, sorry babe, you start to see the separation between the grey clouds and everything rolling down, these jagged, like rough looking cliff faces, and the water just smashing up against the rocks at the bottom.
About to start walking up the 241 stairs. The wind's picked up a bit, and also the rain clouds are starting to come across, so wish us luck.
It's going to be a bit of a hike though. The setting, it looks like it feels like this was built for Game of Thrones. It's absolutely insane, but we're trying. This little church is beautiful, but sadly it was cut out of the Game of Thrones. Instead they put the castle here essentially. It's stood since the 9th century, And apparently, according to tradition, we're going to ring this 3 times and then make wishes. 3 wishes? 3 rings, 3 wishes? I can't even think of 1 wish right now, but we'll give it a ring and I'll schedule them later or something. Well, I still haven't made my wishes. I probably should have done that at the time. We're making our way back down now. We're trying to make sure that we get out of the rain. Just thinking, even though we're not necessarily the biggest Game of Thrones fans, we've definitely got, it's windy. We've definitely got them to thank for a lot of sites like this that we otherwise just would have never ever found. Either way, we've worked up a pretty enormous appetite now, so we need to go try some Spanish food. We're just thinking as well, it's so strange when you're on a cruise ship like this and you go to sleep in one place and you wake up somewhere else, and then all of a sudden it's like, I'm in Spain now. Yeah, I'm in a whole new country. It's really, really crazy. It sort of messes with your mind a little bit, but I love the fact that we're just in our room, you wake up, whole new country, whole new group of things to explore, and a whole new food group as well to tap into.
Come to a little fishing village called Bermeo. It's not even lunchtime yet, but we've decided to adapt to the Spanish tradition of just grabbing a bite to eat. There's a counter, we went into a cafe and there's just a counter full of sandwiches and Spanish omelette. It is like heaven. And yeah, so the tradition is just grab a bite to eat and a coffee before lunch. So we've gone with some, it looks like prosciutto, it looks like a mini baguette kind of. It looks great. I think I said this last time we were in the north of Spain, that they do really simple flavors but really well.
Yeah.
So this doesn't have a sauce or anything, it's literally just fresh bread and cured meat, and it's got so much flavor. I love it.
We really do vibe with the Spanish culture. I feel like we have to spend more time in Spain. We always have these short 1 or 2 days, but I'm pleased that we've had the chance to come back and get amongst this coffee and snack sort of culture, because honestly it's probably the way that we like to travel and the way that we like to eat rather than enormous meals. But I can just see out in front of me here, there's all these amazing colourful buildings, and we were just told a really funny story about it. Apparently the reason that they're the particular colours that they are is not necessarily for the look, it's because they use, like in the fishing village here, they used to use the same paint for their boat that was left over from the house painting, and there's, I don't know what you'd call it, maybe stories that the fishermen would get so drunk that it also made life easy for them, that when they came home they stumbled off their boat so they could find their house easy enough, because it was literally the same colour as the boat that they've just walked off.
So it's time for some more Spanish food, because we just can't get enough.
Well, that was only like a taster,
Yeah,
like
it
a
was
small taster.
Yeah.
So we're back in Bilbao now, so it was about a 45-minute drive. We've done a little bit of a loop from what we can tell, but the excursion sort of just makes it easier that we've just been sitting back and enjoying it.
So cute, like little alleyways, cobblestone streets, heaps of cafes and restaurants, and it's just got a nice vibe to it.
I'm a little bit lost already. We went down and went left and then down and then right, and now I don't really know.
No,
but we're just
we're
following the crowd, who are very quickly moving ahead of us anyway. Now we're a little bit overwhelmed by the amount of options that we've got. There's these pinchos all on the counter here.
Everywhere. There's no names, no Spanish or English, so I think we got to either ask or just point and hope for the best.
I think I'm going to go for point and hope for the best. You're going to go for ask, and you've already got some sangria as well.
It's really nice.
It's this lovely, like, traditional sort of feel in here as well. It's just like, it feels like this is the right way to properly come and eat the Spanish food. So we got a random mixture of everything. It very much was like a point. It was a point and just go for whatever feels right. But I just wanted to find what the most traditional thing was, and it's this guy. It's quite a complicated story, but it's essentially bread with cod with like a sauce on the top, which is called like a pilpil sauce. The story behind it goes, the way that they created it or how it was made was something to do with fishermen. They had cod that they were cooking on an extremely low heat in quite like rigorous conditions, so it kind of created like a little bit of bubbling, a bit of friction while it cooked, which apparently when it's in a clay pot makes some sort of a like a gelatin. The gelatin mixes with the olive oil, which then creates this colored sauce, and now it is like a thing, and the most popular one here, and I'm really unsure about it, but I'm going to try it. Okay, starting from the bottom up, the bread is very standard, it's what you would expect. The cod is a lot fishier than I anticipated. Not quite anchovy level, which is another one I've got because that's also traditional, but then the oil kind of pilpil sauce. It tastes very olive oil, but I don't know if I'm going to say that that's my favorite thing. I feel like the croquettes we've got are probably going to hit the spot a little bit more than that, but worth a try maybe?
That wraps up our first shore excursion. I reckon the highlight for me was definitely Castle Rock, even though it was a mission to get up there. And the weather and everything. I mean, look at it now, the sun is shining. I mean, food in Spain is always going to be a highlight as well. And the fact that we had food, coffee, beer, and some sunshine and the beauty. Magical. So we're actually going tomorrow for us, next vlog for you, we're going to be in Bordeaux in France. We've never been to that region. I've never been to France, so I'm so excited. So check back for the next one, but as always, thanks so much for watching. And we'll catch you in the comments. Bye.